Hey everybody, in my quick little video today, I am finally giving up on Dvorak as a keyboard layout after 9-ish years of constant usage. I pretty much only use QWERTY on a laptop where you can't kind of switch the keys around. I actually moved all of my keys on my keyboard to be physically in a Dvorak layout using a mechanical keyboard. Pretty much any mechanical keyboard will let you pull the keys and move them however you like or swap them. And so I've got a couple of different key pullers here because I actually just bought another brand new mechanical keyboard with a cool ergonomic layout that I've barely got to try yet. And I'm about to swap these keys back to QWERTY. Again, why after 9 years? What is wrong with Dvorak? And it comes down to a pretty simple reason. Uh, the layout, the standard layout for QWERTY, having these Control Z, X, C, and V sections right here where your pinky can hit Control and then your other fingers can hit the other keys. You can't reprogram that in a lot of different programs. It's just standard. So I think right now, if I type in something and then I hit Control Z, it works. It works in Chrome. It works in any word processing program, pretty much. DOS doesn't work at DOS, So other than like a couple of things, it's just inherent in the system that QWERTY is the standard and will stay as such. There's no fixing it. So playing video games will often have. I'm not going to change from like the W8 where the WSD keys are on my keyboard. It's comma AOE. I don't want to go in and change the layouts in every game I play. I just hit Control Shift and it swaps. You can see in the bottom right hand corner on my screen here, it swaps back to US, which is QWERTY, and then back again. So I just hit Control Shift and play my video games and then swap back again. There are only a couple of games that inherently seem to know what my keyboard layout is, and it's games that have a lot of localization. So League of Legends is a pretty global game, and it seems to just know what keys I have in the upper left-hand corner of my keyboard and everything, and kind of remaps everything for me. Even when I swap, it'll just kind of keep going. It's very impressive. Other than that, the only other game I can think of off the top of my head is actually Typing of the Dead, that obviously needs to have very good inherent knowledge of your keyboard setup automatically to allow you to type on the keyboard with the game and play the game properly and not be hindered in any way. So it's done. It's over. 9 years in, and I'm gonna swap all these keys back the way they came back into the QWERTY setup and learn to type QWERTY like a normal person. It doesn't take very long to learn Dvorak if you're interested. I had a pretty high proficiency in Dvorak after maybe just 6 or 7 days, close enough to what I already had in QWERTY, which was only using these fingers here to type. This is why I started to learn to type Dvorak in the first place. I couldn't type QWERTY, and my bad habits were so absurdly ingrained into wanting to do what I had already been doing for 20 years. I've been typing or typing since I was like 10, playing with a keyboard, and I never got past those bad habits and the funkiness of it all when I went through school, because we didn't really have a typing class or anything at my school. I didn't learn to type from anybody. I just pushed keys essentially. So anyway, so I decided to learn to type. I couldn't get rid of my bad QWERTY habits, and a friend of mine suggested, well, why not just learn Dvorak? Then you don't have these bad habits. I thought that was a great idea, and here we are, 9 years later. I'm finally just going to learn QWERTY at nearly the age of 40 now. But hey, better late than never. So anybody considering Dvorak, I hope you kind of reconsider. It really isn't any faster by the time you, unless your goal is to be the fastest typist in any which way you can. That's probably not your goal, right? Your goal is to speed up your typing potentially. Dvorak really isn't going to help you if you're already even mildly proficient in QWERTY. Just stick with QWERTY and get better at QWERTY. Um, Dvorak really won't help you at all. I can nearly guarantee it. Even coming from somebody who cannot type QWERTY and types very proficiently at Dvorak now, I don't recommend it. So there we go. It's over. It's done. That's all right. So catch you guys in the next video, and we'll talk about programming some more.